Now it's 7 o'clock, it's Godner. Welcome to tonight's meeting of Heanor Loscoe Town Council. Alright, thank you. Welcome to tonight's meeting. Sorry we had to change days. The flight decided we need to go to hospital, so I dare say welcome him back.
Thank you.
And hope everything's okay. Right, I'll let you start then.
Yeah, could I ask everyone to turn their mobile devices onto silent? Toilets are on the first floor. There's no scheduled fire alarm, but the fire exit is there. If it goes off, we'll get you out. This is a town council meeting to discuss town council business. And with the exception of anyone having previously submitted a question to the council and received permission to speak, the public are here to observe only. No comments are to be made, no questions asked. Any member of the public who disrupts the meeting will be given a warning. If the says the offender will be asked to leave. A continuation of such disruption from the public will result in the removal of the public gathering.
Thank you. Do we have apologies for absence?
Councillor Janet Ward, Chair.
Okay, thank you. Agenda item 2 is a declaration of members' interests. Ms. Williams.
Agenda item 11, Chair. Members of the Wide Planning Board.
Councillor Hamilton.
Agenda item 11, member of the Planning.
Councillor Lindsay Cox.
Agenda item 9I is the Director of DALC and 11 as a member of Amber Valley Borough Council.
Any other declarations? Thank you. And 3 is to receive and approve requests for dispensation from members on matters of which they have a disclosure pecuniary interest. Have we any declarations?
None received, Chair.
Okay. Number 4, public speaking, or has had no
notification, Chair.
Okay. 4B, police liaison officer, no police. County council, there's no county council report. Any reports from the borough council?
No,
Thank you. Agenda item 5 is to confirm the minutes of the town council meeting held on Thursday, the 8th of February. Have a mover for them? Right. Page 33, page 34, page 35, page 36. All those in favour? Yeah, thank you. Agenda item 6 is Mayor's Light. I attended the mini police event at Coppice Primary School, which is always an enjoyable event with the children asking interesting questions which have nothing to do with what the role of the mayor is, but they're very good. We went round Lockton Avenue playing fields, collecting furious amounts of rubbish, filling the bins up. And the children were very well behaved, and it was quite an enjoyable event. I attended a publicity event around the new skate park that was proposed for Lockton Avenue, which has been in the planning for probably the best part of 20 years, I think. I was chair of Heanor Youth Activities Group, which was about dealing with the snowboard shop on the marketplace, trying to get that sorted out. But it's got here eventually, but then, of course, unfortunately, there's quite a bit of antisocial behaviour on it, with damage to the workmen's equipment and everything, which is, to say how long we've been waiting for it, it is a sad reflection on that a minority of actually just can't help support events that a lot of the community be wanting to go get involved in. And I also attended the Derbyshire Mate Weekend, which was, I think everybody agreed, was a wonderful event on the marketplace over the Saturday and Sunday that was held at Mustard, Infinite Wellbeing, and the church and the shops around the marketplace. It's really good. The good thing about that is it's funded for 3 years, so we've got it for 3 years. We're the only town in Amber Valley to have it, so I think it's good that we can exploit that. But I thought some of the myself and Councillor Emmons enjoyed making our bird boxes.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah. And you made one as well.
I've really enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was good. Wasn't
Sorry.
it? No, it's fine. No,
I
it's
really
really
enjoyed
yeah.
it. We made a clay thingy.
Oh, missed that one. Yeah, it's really good. And there's really, I hope it challenges people and shows that there's a lot to do in the town. It's really, really good. That's it. Right. Agenda item 7 is to receive the minutes of the executive committee held on the 17th of February 2025. I'll formally move them.
Thank number second.
Right, okay. And then page 4. Page 5. That's it. All those in favour? Thank you. Agenda item 8 is to receive the minutes of the events committee held on the 20th of February 2025. Yeah, second for that. Thank you, Councillor. Right. Minutes of the events committee, page 4. And there you are. I think, yeah, we ought to say, Drago the Dragon, who's flying in up on the 14th of June, which is also the day of the horticultural show. So that'll bring lots of activity to our community. It'll be really good. Right. Okay. That's events. 9. Town clerk's report.
Yes, Chair. Can I say that we have agreed the expansion of the Christmas lighting scheme to include lighting of the trees on Heanor Marketplace. This is requested by members to reconfirm that, and the additional costs are within the Christmas lighting budget, so there is no additional cost. And so just really to keep you informed that we're pressing on to get the Christmas lights ready for November.
Any questions? B, 9B.
The town hall lift. I think you are all aware that we've been having problems with the town hall lift. We've recently done a building inspection, and legally we do need to repair that lift or replace that lift. So we've looked into the options and taken advice from various engineers. The lift is in reasonably good order, and the recommendations that we've had from 2 companies is to replace the control panel so that the lift is restored to working order. We get a 12-month guarantee on that, and the cost would be £15,500, and we're asking council to approve that from our building maintenance budget and from balance as any remainder. But the work needs to be done as soon as possible.
Any questions? Unnecessary expense, I'm afraid. So
They walk upstairs.
not everybody can walk upstairs. That's the trouble, sure. So can I have a mover for it? Second. All those in favour? Yeah. Thank you.
And the next one, Chair, is Essential Electrical Works. We had our 5-year electrical testing certificate done, and quite a few items, something like about 22 items, were highlighted as not up to standard, potentially dangerous. So I've come across this and decided that work needs doing. It is essential. We have placed the order for that to be done, and it is going to be done in the next 2 weeks. I'm looking for council's approval to back my actions that we have that done. The costs I think you'll be interested in is Heanor Town Hall will cost us £4,392 to bring up to standard. Wilmot Street will cost us £382.80, and the old fire station we need to spend £351.60, and that will give us a clean certificate.
They do pat testing for equipment and things like that.
Yeah, everything's pat tested.
All happy to support that?
Yeah.
Second. All in favour? Thank you.
So the next one, Chair, sorry to keep bringing things, but obviously I've not been town clerk for long and I'm coming across things that possibly haven't been considered as urgent, they've been overlooked, and things just months turn into years and we don't really meet our maintenance responsibilities. So I'm looking for you to approve essential plumbing works at the Wilmot Street Centre. Costs of that are about £500. It's to do with a section of pipe work that has basically been leaking for a number of years now. The skirting board is rotten. Users are complaining of the mould smell and things like that. So again, something that I would have just got on with, but I think seeing as we had a meeting coming up, I wanted to alert you that we are starting to pick up building maintenance issues on 3 buildings that we run. I did involve the leader of the council, Councillor Mark Howard, who did a walk round with me, and we did an inspection, and there will be a report on that building inspection to the next executive committee and then on to council.
Hold on, moving for that. Go for that. Any questions? No. Okay, thank you. F.
That was Wilmot Street Centre. E. There are plumbing works at Heanor Town Hall as well. They are minor in the fact that we placed an order for thermostatic valves on the radiators. We've been having problems that the room is either red hot or cold, and we've had to leave the boiler on all the time over winter, which is resulting in higher bills. This should hopefully cut that back down again.
Moving for that.
Move that.
So, all in favour? Yeah, okay.
It's exciting times.
Item F. This is one that we've talked over a number of meetings about, a revised grant scheme to make it fairer and clearer as to what the town council can fund. We currently fund things through grants, not only through our grant scheme, but also by making one-off donations out of balances and various other budget headings that council's been approving. But it is a fact that the approved budget of the council is the grant scheme only has £10,000 in to last a whole year, and we're far exceeding that at the moment. And again, there's no reason why we shouldn't exceed that, because we can use balances for worthy causes. But it would make sense for most of the applications to be dealt with at the same time, so that you can judge the need of those grant organisations all in one go and divide the pot up amongst those people, rather than every month it seems to be a request for a donation, a grant comes to the town council and we give £2,000 for that and £5,000 for that, and it all starts to add up. So my intention is that I am submitting a report to the executive that has been arranged for Thursday next week at 1 o'clock. And I would ask council to grant delegated powers to the executive to deal with the grants that we have in at the moment, or if necessary, refer them back to the next council meeting with a recommendation if we're talking about larger amounts. And that's my proposal to you, to clear this current backlog.
So are we happy for the ATO to accept that anything over £1,000 come back to full council? So you happy with that? Okay. Yeah. Move it. Yeah, thank you.
G, to approve the arrangements for the annual parish meeting. That's the electors meeting, or as it was described last year by various people, a town meeting. Under the Local Government Act, the town council is obliged to arrange an annual meeting of electors in addition to our annual meeting. And it's confusing the terms that are used, because our annual meeting is really our annual general meeting where you elect the mayor, etc., and your committees. Whereas the annual town meeting is just a talking shop, if you like. It's a meeting where the clerk of the council has to convene a meeting where the town council are required to report what they've done during the year or any information they want to pass on to the public. And the public can come along and ask questions about anything. They can instruct the town clerk to write to various organisations to get answers for things, but there are no powers at that meeting. They have no jurisdiction over the town council. Town councillors do not need to attend, although if the town mayor attends, then he or she would be entitled to chair the meeting, and in their absence the deputy mayor can chair the meeting, and in the absence of both those people then the town meeting elects somebody from the floor to chair the meeting, and basically the town clerk has to clerk that meeting as we did last year at the Wilmot Street Centre. My suggestion to you this time is that with an election taking place at the moment, we have to have an annual meeting of the electors between the beginning of May and the end of June. And I'm suggesting that we hold a similar meeting to last year at the Wilmot Street Centre at 7 o'clock at night on Thursday, the 26th of June.
June.
Okay.
Congratulations.
Sorry,
Could say 7, sorry.
Thursday, 7 o'clock start on Thursday, the 26th of June, and we can then start. We can get that on the website. Gives people opportunities if they want to submit anything to me that they would like included on that agenda. And as I say, I know there was flack last year. It is not a political meeting, and town councillors do not have to attend that meeting.
Well, are we happy with that date for the annual town meeting? Yeah, okay, thank you. H, to report on the end of year financial position and audit arrangements.
Yes, Chair. Obviously, your RFO is on holiday at the moment, but in her absence, I can report that the balances at the end of 2024-25 total approximately £325,000. And the audit at the moment is 90% complete with no items of concern raised so far. All that's needed now is for the annual return to be filled in and the auditor to issue his audit report, and that will come back to the annual meeting of the council. I think it's on the 7th of May, I think it is. I can't remember, or May the 8th, I can't remember. For you to sign that document and go to external audit.
3 weeks today.
And at that meeting, you'll have a greater breakdown of where we've spent our money and where it lands at the moment.
Okay.
And just to finish on that, the RFO has now looked at an investment strategy, and that will be reported to the executive meeting on Thursday next week.
Oh, happy to note that. Yep, okay. Aye.
But the last one, Chair, is the Derbyshire Association of Local Council subscription. DALC do a lot of work for town and parish councils and are the place for employers to go for advice on how we function. They've been extremely useful in the last couple of years throughout a number of troubled times in criticism that we've received, and obviously advise the council on how we should be running. And I'm suggesting that the council should support DALC. I think it's very important that we renew our subscription at the enhanced rate.
What is the subscription?
About £2,000.
We're all happy to second. All those in favour? Yeah, cool. Agenda item 10, finance. 10A, backs payments for January, February and March.
Yeah, move with pay them, yeah.
Second. Any questions for the clerk? No, thank you. 10B is income that we received from our Christmas presents were so good that Alderker Parish and Langley Mill Parish Council bought some offers
Yes, it was
to give to the good beggars of Alderker and Langley Mill.
was basically the gifts that we gave out to Santa at both Heanor and Langley Mill. We got a bigger discount by buying in bulk through Heanor, and so they bought an extra 200 that they then sent to Alderker and Langley Mill, and Alderker and Langley Mill Parish Council kindly reimbursed the £200. So that's what that £200 income is.
Yeah, I'm happy with that. Yeah, okay. Thank you. And the 10C is a bank reconciliation for January, February, and March.
Yes.
Yeah. Any questions for the clerk on the bank? Okay, all those in favour? Thank you very much. All right, planning and environment. AVA 2025-0054, the retirement home, Ashfield House, 34 Mansfield Road, is a 2-story extension to a bedroom and coffee bar.
Must be really hard to space that. Wow.
I honestly don't know where they're finding the space to build this stuff. Any planning reasons that members want comments want to make on it? No, okay. AVA 2025-0040, former Heanor Grammar School site, freestanding totem signage, individual 3D stainless steel letters to building facade and directions, finger posts. Any comments? No, one make them no. AVA 2025-0007, 20 Langton Drive, a ground floor extension. Any comments? No. AVA 2025-0069, 1 Fairness Lane, a proposed orangery. No comments. Any comments? No. Plenty of vitamin C with that one. AVA 2025-0071, 47 Loscoe Road, removal of conditions at 7 and 8. Any comment?
I did look what the conditions were, and I can't remember what they were, but they weren't.
They're a minor, okay, thank you. AVA 2025-0089, 130 Way, single story side extension to replace shed. No, any comments? No, okay. AVA 2025-0108, 8 Varley Close, is a single and 2-story extension to rear of existing dwelling. No comments? No. AVA 2025-0151, 2 Strath View, application for lawful development to change an existing residential dwelling house to a children's care centre.
Okay.
Mark?
Again, it's just the multi-occupancy issue again. I've no real problems with it being a children's home centre. It's just the fact that when you're changing one dwelling into multiple occupancy, I'm just concerned about the effects of traffic and doctors and facilities.
What sort of children care home? What are we caring for?
If you want to speak.
Sorry, I forgot that. I'm sorry. So, what children's care home are we dealing for? What sorts of children? Obviously, children in need, or children of abilities or disabilities, or no children. But so, what sort of children is it going to be? What effect is it going to have on the residents of that street? I mean, the Peterbed Avenue one that we all opposed it, but it got passed. So, is this going to be the same thing? Can we go back to asking what sort of children care home it's going to be?
I mean, all we can judge is what we're told. And sorry, Councillor Celia Cox.
Some years ago, there was a development in another part of the town. It's like this, and I raised that. I think I was a county councillor at the time, and in effect, we cannot object to it. It seems because of the limited numbers. If the council, somebody feels that yes, it can accommodate this number and so on, then we've got no say on it.
I was looking at the respect of the people living on the street at the minute. If it's going to be the normal children's home, normal children's sake, that's fine. But if the I've been to in my trade. I go to a lot of children's homes where they are like prisoners, basically. They're treated like
Well, it's
prisoners.
the three
So,
children.
so should Start View residents want that near their homes? It needs to be. I think it needs to be outlined in what sort of children's care home. And give the residents an option to say yeah or nay. I know all these children have got to have an option to be looked after, but if it's criminal children who are under daycare or whatever, or the class as house arrest because you can't go into juvenile detention centres, then surely the residents should have a view of that.
Yeah.
Chair, I don't think it would be a planning ground. I think that's the problem.
Wouldn't be
I
a
think
what, sorry?
it wouldn't be a planning ground. You've got to have grounds to object to a planning objection. They wouldn't take that into account. You know, if residents have got concerns about this, then they're the ones that need to be writing to the planning authority to
It's only
object.
just come up, so how can you object to it? It's only just been there.
Councillor Hyde.
Sorry. She was talking,
No,
sorry.
well, no, she's a member of the public. You're the
Yeah,
member of
but
the council.
carry on.
What I'm thinking is, like I say, everybody's got to have somewhere to live. End of the day. What you got to think about is the amount of special needs, the amount of special needs. Everybody has to accommodate for the world.
Mm.
I mean, the world's not amazing at the moment, but what you got to think about is we've got to look after the people, what we can do.
Mm.
I mean, manufacturers bought the big house opposite the P firm on where that children's home is. Manufacturers bought that one, what Sean owned. They bought it because it's not about what's on the other side. I was bought one on P firm, no. So it's not about what's around. You've got to think about how to help people.
Councillor Howard.
Okay, it's not about the use of the home. It's just about the amount of people and what effects it's going to have on the services. Because I think for the last 4 or 5 meetings we've had planning applications coming through that are changing the status of the homes into multi-occupancy. And I think we just need to be aware that what effect is that going to have on the community, on the local practices, schools, and road infrastructure. That's my concern, not the fact that I object to it being a children's home per se. It's just the fact it's multiple occupancy again, and are we going to be flooded with the amount of people? With everybody's home suddenly becomes multi-occupancy flats, as opposed to, because the change in business frontage in the high street here into multiple occupancy as well. I'm just concerned that we end up with an awful lot of people and not enough services from doctor's appointments and things like that.
So I think what you're saying is in essence what we should, although in essence we have no planning grounds to object to, what we should do is raise our concerns about the incremental impact of the number of multiple occupancy homes that are being developed in here on the infrastructure, and ask that the Amber Valley actually look at developing a planning policy to take into consideration incremental increases.
Yes,
Is that in essence what
that's what I was trying to say.
Okay.
Yeah, got that. Yeah, we're happy with that. Yeah, okay. I'm hacked off that the next one's retrospective planning for sticking a huge fence around the place, and we haven't even got planning yet. It's annoying retrospective planning is. AVA 2025-0178 2 Coppice Drive is the new detached garage widening existing access. Any comment? No. AVA 2025-0146 23 High Street is a non-material amendment to remove the existing balcony to the front in favour of a lean-to roof. Any comment? No. Okay, right. I'm afraid next item, agenda item 12 is exclusion of the public, and we've got a recommendation that agenda item 13 be held in without the public present, as it's dealing with staffing matters that are sensitive about staff employment. So if I can ask the member of the public to kindly leave